What happens when the most powerful military on Earth fights a war it cannot win? The Vietnam War was not just a conflict between nations. It was a clash of ideologies, generations, and global superpowers. A war that changed the course of American history and left deep scars in Vietnam that still echo today. It all began after World War II when Vietnam, then part of French Indochina, fought for its independence. The First Indochina War ended in 1954 with the Geneva Accords dividing Vietnam in two, a communist North under Ho Chi Minh and a pro-Western South supported by the United States. At first, American involvement was limited. Military advisors, money, and equipment flowed into South Vietnam. But by the early 1960s, things escalated. The U.S. feared the domino effect, that if Vietnam fell to communism, so would the rest of Southeast Asia. Then came the Gulf of Tonkin incident in 1964, an alleged attack on U.S. ships by North Vietnamese forces. Whether the second attack actually happened remains debated, but it gave President Lyndon B. Johnson the green light to dramatically increase U.S. involvement. By 1968, more than 500,000 American troops were on the ground, but victory never came. Dense jungles, guerrilla tactics, and the determination of the Viet Cong and North Vietnamese army turned the conflict into a deadly quagmire. The enemy was everywhere and nowhere. One of the most shocking moments came during the Tet Offensive in 1968. Though it was a military failure for North Vietnam, it shattered the illusion that the U.S. was winning. For many Americans watching at home, it was a turning point. And that's where Vietnam truly changed history, not just on the battlefield, but on television screens across the world. Graphic footage of wounded soldiers, burning villages, and body bags shook public trust. Protests exploded. Young people refused to fight. The nation was divided. Here's a lesser-known fact. More bombs were dropped on Vietnam than in all of World War II combined. Entire regions were destroyed, Agent Orange poisoned the land, and millions of civilians were caught in the crossfire. In 1973, U.S. forces began to withdraw, and in 1975, the world watched as Saigon fell to North Vietnamese forces. Helicopters evacuated the last Americans from rooftops. South Vietnam ceased to exist. The war was over. Or was it? The cost was staggering, over 58,000 American lives, and estimates of over 2 million Vietnamese deaths. The physical and psychological toll on soldiers and civilians was immense. Back home, returning veterans faced a country unsure how to welcome them. The war left behind trauma, guilt, and questions that remain to this day. Today, the Vietnam War stands as a powerful lesson about the limits of power, about the danger of underestimating a determined enemy, and about the human cost of war far beyond strategy and politics. So, what was the true battle in Vietnam? Was it fought in the jungles or in the hearts and minds of those who lived through it? The answer perhaps lies in both.